Fellas, let's be real. It's not always easy to spot a high-quality woman, but if you want to build something real, you've got to know what to look for. Today, we're breaking down 4 key ways to recognize a woman who knows her worth and doesn't settle for anything less. From her standards to the way she carries herself, these traits will let you know if she's a keeper. So whether you're looking for love or just trying to level up, this is the video for you. Without wasting any more of your time, these are 4 ways to spot a high-quality woman. Number 1, she has standards, not just preferences. There's a big difference between a woman who knows what she needs and one who's focused on what she wants. You see, preferences are things like, oh, I like a guy who's tall, or he has to have a nice smile, or even he should have abs. Sounds cute, right? But here's the catch. Preferences are often just surface level. If all she's focusing on is physical traits or material things, that's not going to build a lasting connection. Now, a woman with standards, she's in a different league. She's not concerned with how expensive your car is or how ripped you are. What truly matters to her is your character. She's looking for consistency. Do you follow through on your promises? How do you treat her? And just as importantly, how do you treat the people around you? That's what makes a real difference. Here's where a lot of guys slip up. A high-quality woman isn't going to settle for someone who doesn't match her level of effort. If she's showing you respect, being loyal, and putting in the work, she expects the same from you. She won't waste her time with someone who treats her like an afterthought. Flaky, inconsistent, playing games, trust me, she's already moving on. Let's be clear, standards are about the non-negotiables. Respect, honesty, loyalty. These are her foundation. She knows her worth, and she won't let anyone into her life who doesn't align with that. If you're not bringing your best, she won't hesitate to move on. Why? Because she's been through enough to know exactly what she won't tolerate. She's learned from her failures and is no longer settling for potential. She's looking for someone who knows what they want and can meet her at her level. So if you're with a woman with high standards, take that seriously. She respects herself enough not to settle for less, and that's something you need to respect too. Being with a high-quality woman means growing together, building something real. Here's the thing, she's not asking for perfection. She's asking for progress. She wants a man who is striving to be better, just like she is. So if you're with a woman who has these standards, recognize that she's someone who values herself, her time, and her future. She's not here to waste any of it. She's here to build a life. Number 2, she invests in herself. This is crucial, guys. A high-value woman isn't sitting around waiting for her life to magically change. She's not hoping for someone to swoop in and make everything better. No, she's actively putting in the work every single day to improve herself. Let's break it down. You meet a woman who's focused on her personal growth. She's got her own goals, her own ambitions, and she's chasing them. Whether it's her mental, emotional, physical, or financial health, she's got it all in check. And let me tell you, this is the kind of woman who brings something real to the table. Why is that attractive? Because a woman who invests in herself isn't looking to take from you. She's building her own empire. When she enters a relationship, she's not looking to be saved or carried. She's looking to build with you, side by side. That's powerful. Now contrast that with someone who's just coasting through life. You know the type, spending hours scrolling on social media, living vicariously through reality TV stars, and constantly comparing herself to others. Sure, maybe she's invested in getting more likes on Instagram, but beyond that, there's not much else going on. She's stagnant, with no real drive to grow. But a woman who invests in herself, she's on a whole different level. She's working out not just for looks, but because she values her health. She's constantly learning, reading, attending workshops, and expanding her knowledge. She's got a side hustle, or she's actively developing her skills. She's on a path to leveling up every aspect of her life. And here's the kicker. She's not doing it for anyone else but herself. That's what sets her apart. She doesn't need a man to complete her life. She wants a partner to share her journey with. And that difference is huge. A woman who is secure in herself won't be clingy or emotionally draining. She won't need constant reassurance because she's confident and independent. She's not the type to text you every 5 minutes asking where you are. Because guess what? She's busy making her life better. She's focused, driven, and handling her own business. Now let me clarify something. This doesn't mean she's perfect. Like everyone else, she's got her flaws, and she's aware of them. But here's the thing, she's putting in the work to grow, to improve, to get better every single day. That's the real difference between her and someone who's just getting by, waiting for life to happen instead of making it happen. And the best part? Being around a woman like this pushes you to be better too. Her energy is contagious. You'll find yourself wanting to step up, work harder, and elevate your own life just by being in her presence. She's not going to hold you back. She'll challenge you to reach your full potential. So the next time you meet a woman who's constantly striving for better, who's not waiting for anyone to solve her problems, don't be intimidated. Embrace her. Because that's a woman who knows her value, who isn't looking for shortcuts. She's building something bigger for herself. And if you're lucky enough to be part of her journey, you better keep up. Number 3, she's in control of her emotions. Let's be real, emotional maturity is where things often get tricky. Have you ever been in a relationship with someone who's a bit of an emotional roller coaster? One day everything's great, and the next you're left in silence, wondering what went wrong. That's exhausting, right? But here's the difference. A high-quality woman knows how to handle her emotions like a grown-up. She's got emotional intelligence, and that makes a world of difference. Now, let's not pretend we don't all have bad days. We get upset, frustrated, or just plain moody sometimes. The key is how we manage those feelings, and that's where a high-quality woman shines. She's not going to throw a tantrum or ghost you for days because something didn't go her way. Instead, she'll communicate, even when she's upset. No games, no drama, just honest conversation. Have you ever been with someone who hits you with, "I'm fine," or "do whatever you want," but then slams doors or gives you the cold shoulder for days? Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's not emotional maturity. It's emotional manipulation, and no one needs that kind of stress. A high-quality woman, she'll tell you straight up when something's bothering her. She'll say, "Hey, what you did hurt me," without turning it into a punishment. She knows how to have a conversation about her feelings without making you feel like you're tiptoeing around her. She doesn't escalate every disagreement into a full-blown war. Instead, she approaches conflict with a mindset focused on resolution, not more chaos. She's secure enough to communicate in a way that leads to understanding. And here's a major difference. You won't feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells, waiting for an emotional outburst. If she's upset, she'll tell you why. If she's hurt, she'll open up, rather than bottling it up or using it as ammo later. She's not afraid to confront issues, but she's not trying to win every argument either. For her, it's about finding common ground, not just proving a point. She's not looking for you to fix all her problems. She just wants to be heard and understood, and that makes all the difference. Here's something people overlook. Emotional maturity creates stability. When you know your partner can handle her emotions in a healthy way, it's a game changer. It creates a safe, peaceful space where you can actually connect without worrying about the next emotional blow-up. That's why a high-quality woman stands out. She builds an environment where both of you can grow and thrive together. Number 4, she respects both your time and hers. Let's get straight to it. Time is the one thing you can never get back. And a woman who understands that is worth her weight in gold. A high-quality woman values both her time and yours. And that's a big deal. She's not playing games, dragging things out, or keeping you guessing. She's mature enough to recognize that time is precious and treats it with respect. If she says she's meeting you for dinner at 7, guess what? She's there at 7, ready to enjoy your company. And if something comes up, she'll let you know in advance because clear communication is key. Now think about the opposite. Ever dated someone who constantly cancels last minute or disappears for days after saying they'd call? That's a sign that your time doesn't matter to them. It leaves you hanging, frustrated, and unsure of where you stand. It's not just inconsiderate, it's a massive red flag. A high-quality woman isn't like that. She's upfront, consistent, and respectful of your time. And here's the kicker, she also values her own time. She's not waiting around for someone to fill her schedule. She's got her own life, her own goals, and her own friends. She doesn't need constant attention, and she's not going to text you nonstop because she's busy doing her own thing. You've probably heard the saying, people make time for what matters to them. Well, a high-quality woman lives by that. If she's interested in you, she'll carve out time no matter how packed her schedule is. She'll make the effort because she sees the value in what you bring to the table. And when you recognize that effort, you'll know you've found someone special. But if you're always the one chasing her, constantly getting canceled on, or left with vague answers like, "I'll let you know," then she's not valuing your time. A woman who respects time also has healthy boundaries. She won't stick around if you repeatedly cancel on her or disrespect her time. Why? Because she knows her value and won't tolerate being treated like an afterthought. At the end of the day, it's all about respect. A woman who values both her time and yours is serious about building something real. If she checks all these boxes, congratulations, you've found a keeper. If not, keep looking because you deserve better. See you in the next video.
We match in energy.